I know I've said this before, but we need to start recording our conversations earlier, because I'm pretty sure the conversations we have before the podcast are funnier than anything we could intro with.
No, that's not okay. There should be no record of that ever any time.
Well, Will, you were just saying that...
No. We've been through this.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Threading and Dreading. We have a pretty good crew tonight. We couldn't have a lot of people turn out, sadly, because it's a busy time of year. But we're going to get through a list of these movie trailers, a little bit of movie news, some bullshit. We're going to go over them and introduce everybody. To my right, we have...
Goddess of Gore.
And how are you?
I'm sweaty.
It's really bad.
Oh, God. That's why I'm over in the corner by myself.
It's okay. You smell like an angel.
Aww. And what do angels smell like?
Kim.
Yeah. It's a vicious circle. It has electrolytes.
Oh, God. It's what plants crave.
It's what they put in Brondo.
Oh.
If you haven't seen Idiocracy, people, go see Idiocracy.
I still need to see the second half of that movie.
I know.
Yes, you do.
It's so good. And next to the Goddess of Gore, we have...
Fangirl extraordinaire.
And how are you?
Apparently not as busy as the people who couldn't show up today.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little salt on that.
You're still very busy, though. You're planning how many weddings?
3.
Exactly.
With the same person, I swear.
So you say.
Yeah,
Good to have you back. And next to the Fangirl extraordinaire, we have...
It is the Dystopian here.
And how are you, sir?
I'm well, thanks.
You gonna bring food for everyone else next time?
No. Moochers. Go get a job.
But those are hard.
Yeah, good. Suffer. After the world ends, everything is bad.
What?
You heard me.
God. I think this took a turn somewhere.
The Dystopian, everybody.
He's spouting off rhetoric. He's gonna try out to Fallout 3 over here real quick.
Oh, man. I wish. I want Fallout 4. But no, that'll be... That's
you
another
want
podcast.
Fallout 4 to happen in real life?
Yeah, sure. That would be fun. I could use bats in real life. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Bats?
Bats.
Like the animal, or you're swinging, you're hitting people?
What sound do they make?
I don't know what animal or thing that is, what creature of the night that could possibly be, but it's not a bat.
That's a bat! I swear that's a bat.
It's a fapping bat. You know what that is.
Oh, wow. I don't feel safe anymore.
Oh, God. We're going to have fun tonight, everyone.
It's already begun.
I think we're all sleep deprived or something.
Steep deprived.
Yeah. You've been steeped
Did
too long.
Have I been rubbing off my,
Yes.
my apologies.
You should be sorry.
I should say it 4 more times.
Stop having so much fun.
Yeah, it's not condoned. That actually reminds me, I really, 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 really need to stop getting into arguments online, because there's
you'll live longer.
I know. But long story short, there's some guy who's a friend of mine who used to play Warcraft with, and someone on his page had commented something about he can't wait until Obama is out of office so that he can string him up from a tree.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's,
I was like,
Not okay.
and I was
Not
like,
okay at all.
If you say that about any
Wow.
human being.
yeah.
wow. And I said, bringing up lynching in any context is bad, but when you're talking about the president, I don't care what, if you want to bash his politics, fine. But holy shit.
Yeah.
And he says, oh, well, why did you have to bring race into this? I was like, the very nature of you bringing up lynchings brings race into it. He said, I didn't say lynching. I said hanging from a tree. I just said, obvious troll is obvious. I'm stopping.
Yeah, that's why I don't get onto the internet like that.
Yeah.
It's just not a good time.
Yeah. Not our listeners, though. Our listeners are cool people. They are very cool people. And it actually reminds me, our first story actually comes from Rob, who we had on a while back. So I want to thank Rob for this story. He actually linked it to me, and we are going to talk about it first.
Nice.
So our first story, and it was just launched today, is that an Indiegogo page has been started for Super Troopers 2.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the studio has given the rights to what is it? Broken Lizard, is that their name?
I don't know.
The comedy troupe that they're a part of.
Okay.
They did a Beer Fest and
Right.
but they've done several other films.
Right.
The studio gave the rights back to them to make another film, but they basically said we're not going to fund it, which is complete bullshit. I mean, Super Troopers has become such a cult phenomenon like the last couple decades that you think the studio would back, $1 million or $2 million for a movie.
Right.
But they said, no, we're going to let you make another one, but we're not going to give you any funding. Wow, fucking
helpful.
assholes. Yeah. But anyway, so here's the story. And this is from the Kickstarter page, or the Indiegogo page. We've been waiting for years to do this, and meow, it's time to come. Our mustaches are thick, furry, and authoritative. The script is written, and we're getting all antsy in our pantsy to start shooting.
Oh my god.
Just one problem. While the studio has given us permission to make the sequel and agreed to distribute it, at least in the USA and Canada, we need to fund the movie ourselves. So this is how it works. If we were able to raise at least $2 million in the next month, we'll be able to get a bare-bones version of Super Troopers 2 out this summer.
Wow.
Now, I don't know if that's when they're saying they're going to start filming, or whether that's when they're going to get the film out. I don't think that'd be a quick turnaround.
Yeah, that'd be super.
That'd be
fast.
like 2 or 3 weeks of filming, and then, gosh, guys, no. I can wait till next summer for that. You go ahead and film that as long as you want.
Right.
So they are asking for $2 million to make this film. And to be fair, that is a very, very bare bones amount. Like, they're going to need at least $3 or $4 million to pull off any type of, coordination of stunts and get permits to film in certain locations. Like, if they only get $2 million, you might only be in 2 buildings the whole movie.
Now, how much was the first one made for? Do you know that?
The first one was a very cheap film as well, but considering inflation, I don't know. I think it was made for about 2.5-3 million, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't be happier for this. I'm really, really happy they're making another one of these. This isn't the same type of cynicism I had for like Dumb and Dumber 2, or I felt like they were just making it for the fact of, they're making it for nostalgia and nostalgia only. I loved Super Troopers, and I feel that these guys have enough material and enough, oomph behind them that they can really get another good story out there with these characters. And there's a little video they made for the Indiegogo page, and it's 2 of the troopers going up talking about new games they're going to play, and the person they pulled over was Farva.
Oh god.
And so they're talking about how the one guy, a rabbit, accidentally brings up that they're going to make a sequel, and they didn't invite Farva for the sequel. So the whole page right now has this going. They say, if we don't raise $2 million, we're not letting Farva out of the trunk. Because they end up grabbing Farva and stuffing him in the trunk of his car.
Oh wow.
If we raise more than $2 million, we'll let him out. But my whole thought is, I kind of want to see Farva stay in the trunk.
Jeez. That'd be a good sketch.
Yeah.
So I've got a question for
Shoot.
you, because I remember you made a whole big fuss when the
Veronica
Veronica
Mars.
Mars movie
Yes.
was crowdsourced and
Yeah,
everything.
and I was going to raise that same point. Don't beat me to it.
Okay.
And I was going to raise this point. I'm glad you bring this up. I don't like that the studio is making them do this. Because the studio has every right to fund this. But what they're saying is, we want to see how much interest there is in it. Because it's almost like they're holding the film hostage. They're saying, we have every means of making another one, but we need you to fund it. So what they're doing is, with the backing that they're giving, like I know that certain Kickstarters and Indiegogos will do this. I think if you give $40 or $50, you'll get the movie for free. But you have to give that much. If you only give $10, you'll get like a thank you email from the cast. That's all you get. You still have to go out and see the movie. So this is kind of fucked up.
I mean, does the studio get any money for it? Like,
Oh yeah. That's the really messed up part about
is
all
the
this.
really messed
The
up
studio
part.
still holds the rights to Super Troopers. So after it raises its money and it's distributed, the distributor still gets back their money. It's a load of shit. And I don't know if that's how it worked with Veronica Mars. I don't know if that was independently funded, if they got the rights back. I believe the studio still has the rights to this. So
Okay. I think with Veronica Mars, I'm pretty sure they said that no studio would pick it up. Like, no studio would actually pick up the movie. And that's why they ended up going with crowdsourcing and kind of making everyone
And if that's
pay
the
for
case, then they had to fund their own distribution, which
that's-
I get.
I think that's what it was.
Okay, and there's something to be said for that. But in this, the distributor has already said, we'll distribute your movie for you. So and that's the case. Like, well, then why don't you fucking fund it too?
Yeah.
You know?
That's
Something.
That's pretty shitty. That
Yeah.
is pretty shitty.
That being said, I still want to give these guys some money. You know, I still want to say, well, here's $5 or whatever. You know, I hope you make your $2 million. You know, and I think as of today, with only like 12 hours in, they've already raised about $100,000. Yeah.
Nice.
And again, they've got 30 days to go. I'm pretty sure they're going to hit 2 million. I hope they make more than that, like 2.5, 3 million, because they'll need that much for extras and catering and all that stuff. You know, so
I think Veronica Mars made that. Like, I think they.
Veronica Mars made 5 million.
Yeah, I think they were
Wow.
originally asking for 1 million, and they made 5 million.
Yeah,
So,
they made 3 million after 48 hours.
yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Now, I don't think Super Troopers is going to get that same amount of fandom behind them, but
Really?
well, no, there's a big cult following behind this. Don't get me wrong.
They're too busy smoking pot
Yeah.
to contribute any money.
Oh man, did you hear about Super Troopers 2? Yeah, we should do something. Yeah, but the laptop's over there.
Jeez.
Oh,
Wow, wow.
but I'm looking forward to that. I really hope they do well, and I really hope that we get to see this about a year from now. I'm really looking forward to it. So next up on our list, also announced today, and this is very exciting. Fox has announced that after 13 years, they are returning to X-Files.
Oh, I did see that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Well, I
The
saw-
Dystopian is not happy with this.
I'm not unhappy yet. There's still time.
Okay.
Bring it back around.
Okay. Now, we had brought this up maybe a year ago now. There was actually an interview that was at Comic-Con of Duchovny and, oh my God, what's the actress's name?
Gillian Anderson.
Gillian Anderson, yeah. There's an interview they were having, and they were talking about there were so many fans who wanted another movie. And they said they didn't know if they were going to make a movie or another series, but they were in talks of doing that. Well, finally, Fox has come out and said that they're going to do a 6-part miniseries with the cast returning. And depending on how that goes, they might make one more season. So they're going to get 6 episodes right off the bat.
I saw with the story there was a picture of David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson. I was like, Gillian Anderson looks good. David Duchovny looks
Not
a little worse
so much.
for wear.
Yeah.
Like,
He was abducted.
Yeah. Well, Gillian Anderson's been on Hannibal recently, and apparently she's very good on Hannibal. We haven't started watching that, but we need to get into that.
She's been in a lot of things recently, I feel.
Has she?
Oh,
Hannibal's the only one I know of.
I think she's got her own series on Netflix or something.
Really?
Like, yeah, where she's like the lead. I can't remember what it is, but
I didn't know that.
I think if they make these, you said it's 6 episodes or something, as well as some of the episodes from the original series, then I'll be all for it. But they have to be done well. Like there's some.
Well-
There's some. Well, I guess with any TV show, there's good episodes and bad episodes.
Right,
But
right. I see what you're saying, but I can maybe quell your fears a little bit because they're bringing back a lot of the original writers as well as the original creator and executive producer, Chris Carter. They're bringing him back, so he's going to be, I believe, doing the teleplays for all 6 of these episodes.
Okay.
So, but the original show, in its 9-10 season run, it won, God, I don't know how many awards. Well, it was a 9-season run. During its 9-season run, the X-Files won 16 Emmy Awards,
Wow.
5 Golden Globes, and a Peabody Award. So, yeah. X-Files was amazing. It was one of my favorite shows growing up. I don't know what childhood I would have had without X-Files.
mine. Yeah. I never watched it because I was too scared.
I didn't watch it until later. I borrowed all the seasons from my uncle who had them all and watched them.
Nice.
It's on Netflix now, I think.
Is it?
Probably.
I think so. I want to say yes, but I could be wrong
I'll have to
again
look
about
that up.
those things.
I will go back. I will binge watch that thing.
Maybe
for the entire
that's what you were
weekend.
actually watching on Netflix was
No,
X-Files.
no, no.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I have to look this up now. I have to look this up now.
Oh, no.
It's called The Fall.
The Fall.
Oh.
Yes.
And, I've heard of that. I didn't know she was in that.
Yeah, she's the lead in The Fall.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it sounds promising, having the writers back and the executive producer back.
And the original cast back, yeah.
But,
who was the guy who replaced Duchovny? The actor? I just call him T-1000.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, that
The
guy.
Terminator.
Yeah.
I don't know his actual name.
That's when I stopped watching, when he came on.
Are you John Connor?
Have you
No.
seen this boy?
Yeah, when he came on, I just lost interest in the show. I mean,
Agent Daggett.
Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick, yeah. Well, anyway, getting out of X-File news and right into our favorite part, the reboot corner.
It's a recycling of an IP, kind of.
Recycle. Oh, that's going to be the new term. Recycling.
Yeah.
Remember how we talked about, there was reboot, remake, reimagining, recalibration?
Right, yeah.
The next one will be recycling.
It's just green movie making, you guys. That's all.
Oh, I
well,
don't think so.
Waste not, want not.
The new one that Hollywood is recycling, which is being greenlit by Universal Studios, which is Scarface. Yeah.
I don't understand the
Yes.
why
Yeah.
this.
Right.
A lot of this.
I don't understand this one at all. But it's been confirmed from Universal Studios that they're moving forward with a cinematic remake of the 1983 film Scarface. Now, to be fair, Scarface is a very iconic film. I love Scarface. But there are some people who don't like its, stylized version of the mafia and the drug cartels and all that. It seems like the fault line runs between, you either love The Godfather and Goodfellas or you love Scarface.
Why can't you just like them all?
I love them all. But I know some people who are like that. But it seems like that's how they fall most of the time. I'm not saying you can't love them all, because I do love them all. But it seems like you're either like the more classical mafia films or the much more highly stylized mobster films.
I don't stylized how.
I mean,
Like over the top, I
Over the
guess.
top, yes, which is what Scarface is. It is very over the top. But that being said, I still love it. What's happening here is that director Pablo Larraín, who is a Chilean director, his only
Chilean?
yeah,
Yep.
Chilean, sorry, not Chilean.
Damn, shut down.
I'm sorry.
Chilean director who's had several films in Chile that have been a success, but his only English film is a film called No. That's just No.
No.
Yeah. He's going to be directing, and the writer is Jonathan Herman, who is writing Straight Outta Compton, which is going to be coming out in a little while.
Oh, okay.
And he'll be on the screenplay. Now, the plot to this, there hasn't been a whole lot that's come out yet, but the only things we know is that it's not going to be set in Miami this time. It's going to be set in Los Angeles, and it's not going to be a Cuban immigrant. It's going to be a Mexican immigrant. His name will still be Tony, but it's not going to be Montana. It'll be changed to something else.
Utah, perhaps.
Yeah.
Tony Utah.
Wait, wasn't there like a Johnny Utah?
Was there?
I feel like there was.
Johnny
That's
Utah.
like so
Like,
familiar.
It's a thing. It's definitely a thing.
Yeah.
Are you thinking Johnny Unitas?
No.
That's
Johnny
not a
Utah.
state, you idiot.
Utah.
You tall, I tall, we all tall.
I thought it was like a Keanu Reeves character or something.
Yeah.
Johnny Mnemonic?
No,
Yes,
no.
Johnny Mnemonic.
No, that's not who I'm thinking of.
Oh God, I always forget about that movie.
Okay, so there is a Johnny Utah. It's like a country rock dancing plus mechanical bull ride and southwestern pub grub at a cowboy hatted saloon in
What?
Philadelphia.
What?
That's
All
totally knew that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my gosh!
Okay.
It is a Keanu Reeves. It is a Keanu Reeves
Okay,
character.
good.
Really?
Point Break. Yes.
What movie?
Point Break?
Oh.
Oh!
Wow.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness! I was
God!
right.
I didn't. I forgot. I
Okay.
just thought his name was Johnny.
Right.
High five.
Yeah.
The
Well
Fangirl
done,
extraordinaire
guys.
with the deep cuts.
Well done.
Oh,
But and I
man.
don't know if you guys actually knew this, but Scarface was a remake.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a remake of a 1932 film actually produced by Howard Hughes
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
same name. But that one was in Chicago and it was about who was the gangster?
Was it Pretty Boy Wilson or somebody? Or who was that?
Scarface, Utah.
Scarface, Utah.
No. Oh, Al Capone. It was about Al Capone.
Of
That was the
course.
original
I know.
was about.
I was about to say that, but I'm just like, that's
Yeah.
too obvious for
Yeah.
you to blank on, right?
Yeah.
So
All right. You're
Um,
just on fire tonight, aren't you?
So yeah. So Scarface was a remake of that. Now, obviously, they changed enough from that it was a whole new film, which is what I feel you have to do with a remake. If you were to remake something like, for example, what we talked about all the time, John Carpenter's The Thing. It took the original premise of The Thing and made it into an entirely new, unique story. Terrible, horrific body horror film, which I love. And with Scarface, they did the same thing. They took the premise of Al Capone and Chicago and turned that around and set it in Miami with, drug cartels and made it amazing. This isn't going to do that. I can pretty much guarantee right now. Unless they find some new, unique way to invent mobsters or gangsters and, change it in Los Angeles. I don't know.
Trafficking and prostitution.
Okay.
Just in general, or?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking of different things that, you could change it to.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, I'm saying, kind of,
It's part of it, yeah.
yeah, I mean.
Okay, if that's what they made it about, that would be a far darker Scarface. But, yeah, that would be different.
Right?
That would be different, yes.
It's something.
I was just listing different things, really.
No, I get it.
Cool.
And that would be far different. It would. I'm just going to say I'm not looking forward to this. Remakes of remakes are hardly ever good.
Yeah, no thank you.
Okay, we have had a few of them, but I don't know. I just feel like this is one of those you don't want to touch. It would be like remaking Goodfellas.
Wait, Tush, you're going to give them...
Yeah, I was going to say, that'll be out next year.
Speak it, or else it will come true.
Goodfellas.
Do you know what I actually want to see a remake of?
What's that?
Uh-oh.
I don't know
Human
why.
trafficking.
You
Point
traitor?
Break?
You traitor?
No. I want to see... I mean, obviously, it will never live up to what it was because it's
no.
Travolta and Nick Cage.
Oh,
Face
no.
Off. Oh, God.
Oh. You could do Rhino
Reynolds?
Judge Reinhardt. And
Oh, goodness, no! Oh, my God.
it should be Bradley Cooper and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, I would watch that. I would so watch that.
My
would be
thought is
great.
because you had John Travolta and Nicolas Cage, you'd have to get two equally big overactors in the next two parts. And I don't think Bradley Cooper and Ryan Reynolds can overact enough. So
I'll give him a chance.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of two big overactors in Hollywood right now. Anyone got any names that pop into mind?
Chris Tucker and Kevin Hart.
Oh, God.
Oh my God!
No.
There you go. That's it.
Oh, my goodness.
That's it. Hollywood, get on
that.
it.
Oh, me
Hollywood,
too.
get on
That'd
it.
be great.
Watch that.
I want to watch that right
Oh,
now.
my gosh. I know. Yeah, they should do that.
Wowie. Wow. You just broke my mind, bro.
Can they bring
That's
John
like-
Woo back for the director, too?
I sure hope so.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, make this happen.
You know what we need to do? You remember when we had our proposed crossover list? We need to have a proposed remake list and how it would be remade today.
Yeah.
You know what? Not next
That
week,
would
but
be
maybe the
fun.
week after we'll get a list together for
Yeah.
people to submit questions or answers for that.
That would be so much fun.
We'll do that. We'll get
Yeah,
a list
start
together for
thinking,
that.
people.
Yeah, start thinking now. We'll officially announce that next week. But on our final bit of movie news, which is a remake, and admittedly, I'm a little more positive about this one. It's been confirmed that Joseph Gordon-Levitt will be producing and starring in a Fraggle Rock remake.
Huh.
Yeah. Now, this has been in kind of production limbo for about a decade now. They've been really trying to make Fraggle Rock, and they've bounced between studios and distributors and stuff like that.
Are they making a movie, or are they remaking
Yes,
a
it's going to be.
television
It's going to be a
show?
movie. Yes.
Down a Fraggle Rock.
Dance cares away,
Apparently,
worries for another day. Let the music play.
Bum, bum.
Down in Fraggle Rock. Down in Fraggle Rock.
apparently I had a really deprived childhood or something. I don't know.
Oh my God, I loved that show as a kid. Well, there was the Muppet version, but then there's also the animated version. There were two different
I never
versions.
saw an animated version. I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh yeah, it was basically.
I thought it was just Jim Henson's.
Well, it was
Fraggle
it was the same one that did the Muppet
Henson?
Babies. It was the same
Oh.
animation studio that did Muppet Babies. It didn't last as long as the Muppet version, but it was around for a little while. But I'm pretty sure they're going to be remaking the
God,
Muppet
now you got
one.
Muppet Baby stuck in my head.
Muppet Babies, they'll make our dreams come true.
So, Fangirl Extraordinaire, you wanna get out of here? I want
Nostalgia hour.
I want off
Doors
this shit.
locked. You can't leave.
Crap.
Yeah. So again, this has been in planning stages for a while, but the big screen adaptation from Jim Henson's series is finally moving forward. And Joseph Gordon-Levitt will be producing and starring in this movie.
So is it going to be Muppets still, or is they going to do
That's the
animation?
big debate right now. It's believed they are going to be Muppets, which I am all
like
for.
the show, like live action.
Yes,
Muppets.
it'll be live action Muppets.
They should. That would
And
be good.
like a labyrinth kind of.
exactly.
Labyrinth.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the only way I'd be looking
Labyrinth.
forward to this.
I forget how to say it.
Yeah, you said pretty well. Actually.
I think that change sounds. It's different from what it originally was.
Where do the bats come from?
We can't stay here. It's Bat Country.
Bat country.
I don't know. I feel like he's a good pick for it.
I agree.
I love Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah. And like I was saying, the only way I'm going to support this is if they keep it with Muppets. If they have it with actors, have it be
You
like
don't like CG.
we don't want Smurfs.
No,
We do not want
that's
the
the
Smurfs.
first thing that popped into my head of what I
Yeah.
don't want.
And again, as much as we love Neil Patrick Harris, fuck the Smurfs movies. Okay, they are shit. They've already greenlit the third one, which pisses me the hell off. But they are awful. Please do not turn Fraggle Rock into that. But yeah, the only way, and the only way I'd really support this is if it was Muppets.
Yeah.
Now they did say that they aren't going to be bringing back all the Muppets from Fraggle Rock because they can't really bring back all of them.
Are they gonna have the dozers?
Oh yeah, the Dozers. What's the matter?
Nothing.
Is she
Just
laughing at something that you said?
yep.
I thought so.
Yep.
What did I say?
I don't know, man. You're just some mush mouth thing you said. I forget exactly what it was.
I'm gonna move on. I see so many mush mouth things.
She's dead.
We've killed her.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so the initial plans of this movie are going to have the core characters, and I remember their names: Go-Go, Wembley, Moki.
Go-Bo, wasn't it?
What's it?
Wasn't it Go-Bo? Was
I
it
have here
B?
Go-Go.
I thought it was Go-Bo.
It could be Go-Bo. Wemsley,
Well, go Bo.
Moki, Boober, I should
Are
say.
you just
not
making
Boober.
it up as you go
No,
along?
no, these were their names. Moki, Boober, and Red.
And
I
little
remember Red.
Stuart.
You got red right.
So, the plot of the story is them leaving Fraggle Rock to go and interact with humans. Now, if you remember
Like
this,
great traveling Uncle Matt.
yeah, like traveling Uncle Matt, exactly. I don't know if they're going to still be in the same location, if it's going to be in that guy's house and they're just like in the floorboard still.
Uh-huh.
I would hope that's what they do. Well,
Yeah, hopefully.
No idea.
no, I don't want it to be like them switching everything around. Like, oh, it's some alternate world like they do with the Smurfs.
Like,
and they
yeah,
have to
like
go
they're
through
aliens.
and they have to go through a portal or some shit. Like, no, just
They
make it
actually
in the
had
real world.
the Fraggles in the real world.
Exactly.
They don't have to go transfer.
Right, with the big pantomime dog.
Dog was great.
They have no idea what we're talking
Nope,
about.
no clue.
Yeah.
Are
Awesome.
they gonna have the big garbage heap?
Yes. What were the big three like trolls that lived way on the other side? You remember them?
I remember them, but I don't remember.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie?
Yes, Huey, Dewey, and Louie.
Sure.
Wrong show, sorry.
I'm looking forward to it. Again, if they leave it with Muppets. We've seen right now that with the Muppets movie and Muppets Most Wanted that you can still do Muppet movies, and they're great. You don't have to switch them around and make them animated or CG. Just have them be Muppets. It's great. People love it. So
Yep.
I'm looking forward to this. One of the few remakes I'm looking forward to right now.
It sounds good to me, but I'm not vested in it. I didn't
Yeah.
watch it as a kid. I watched Eureka's Castle. That was my...
Eureka's Castle.
I've not heard of any of these things.
Yes.
Eureka's
With the
Castle
singing
was
fish?
Nickelodeon, right?
Yes.
I think
I believe
so.
so.
Yeah.
Nick Jr. probably, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
That and David the Gnome.
Oh my
was-
god.
Oh,
I love David
yes!
the Gnome.
Riding that fox, man.
Oh, Swift.
We are pissing
Yes.
off the fangirl right now. She has no idea.
No,
what
I just don't know. It's not. It's not angering me in any way. I just don't know.
I'm scared and afraid.
I remember Eureka's Castle used to come on just before You Can't Do That on television on Nickelodeon.
Oh.
And Nickelodeon used to just be all old Canadian animation. Like it was, or English animation. It was like Danger Mouse and Inspector Gadget, I think, was actually Canadian. Yeah. There were some others. Banana Man. And Banana Man was weird. Oh my god.
I don't remember Banana Man.
Or a Count Duckula. Remember that one?
No.
You don't remember Count Duckula?
No.
Okay, it was
I know.
basically he sounded like Daffy Duck, but the story was there's a whole lineage of vampire ducks. Okay, and only one night a year can they resurrect one, and they go to resurrect this one, but instead of using blood to resurrect him, they use tomato juice.
Oh,
So he comes
jeez.
back to life, but he's a vegetarian.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
That's
He
I
he
wanna
can't
watch
drink
this
blood.
show.
He can only eat vegetables.
That's such a good
Adorable.
But the rest of his vampire family drinks blood.
Cool.
And so they're kind of like shunning him, but he's like, oh, well, I can't drink blood. Whenever he does, he like passes out.
Wow. That's kind of intense.
Oh, the intro for that show is amazing. Oh, God. Oh,
feel
they
like
should
they
put
should
that on
make it.
Netflix.
Oh, I was thinking they should make a movie for that. I'd watch that.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
But I have a question. Would Fraggle Rock technically be a remake? Or was it just a show and then now they're making it into a movie?
Well, no, I don't think there ever was a movie of Fraggle Rock.
So technically it's not like a remake. Is
Yeah,
it?
they're just making a movie of it.
They're recycling it.
Recycling.
Recycling the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're starting over from scratch and saying that, the Fraggles never really had their adventures to begin with, which I don't know if that's what they're doing or continuing their story, I don't know. But that's a good point. But we'll have to wait and see.
Semantics.
Yeah. But finally getting into the trailers, the first one we have up tonight is Pixels.
Incoming!
Donkey Kong.
It's just a barrel. How bad can it hurt?
The only way to take down Pac-Man is with ghosts.
You want ghosts? These are your ghosts.
Oh, yeah! We're the only ones who can do this!
I'm kidding. We are all gonna die. I'm just sorry.
You all seem very torn about this.
No, I'm pretty decided.
Oh, are you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's no thanks. Thanks, but no thanks.
Okay. So getting into the finer points of this, the director of this is actually Chris Columbus. Now, he's actually...
Christopher Columbus?
Not Christopher Columbus.
Was he the one who directed the Harry Potter?
1 and 2.
One of them?
Yes.
Yeah.
He
Just
directed 1 and 2.
the
And he was a writer on the
Explorer.
third one.
I meant the explorer, Christopher Columbus.
I know you did, but
I'm just kidding.
Stop trolling the fangirl.
I know who Christopher Columbus is.
He found the Indians.
Yep.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Well, he found...
He was wrong.
He was the guy who took credit for the Chinese and the Vikings.
Oh, God.
Huh?
The Vikings and the Chinese found America first, and then he took credit for it.
Maybe. But he thought he had found India because he was an idiot.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're Indians, right?
Yeah.
No. Nah, you're Indians
Yeah.
for hundreds of years. Sorry.
Anyway.
Channeling Louis C.K. now. Sorry.
So, yes, this guy was the director of Harry Potter 1 and 2, and he was the writer of the third one. But he's directed a lot over the last few decades. He directed Home Alone 1 and 2, directed Mrs. Doubtfire, Percy Jackson, a lot of movies. Now, in recent years, he's kind of gone the way of... who's the guy who wrote Home Alone?
John Hughes.
John Hughes. This director has kind of gone the way of John Hughes, where everything he makes gets a little bit worse.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I love John Hughes' early work, but his later work turned into complete crap. I'm sorry. That's just the way it was. I don't know why. Too many Quaaludes, but that's just what happened.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
That got dark really fast. Jeez.
But Chris Columbus also directed Rent and I Love You, Beth Cooper. Now, that got terrible reviews. And that was one of the last few movies he directed. This is actually based off a 2010 short film of the same name that was only about 8 or 9 minutes long, done in the same style, where it was basically, I believe the short film was some guy throwing away a really, really old TV, and the TV kind of just starts spewing out pixels of like old video games. Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Centipede, Space Invaders, all that stuff. And they slowly start changing the entire planet into pixels.
Huh.
And that's yeah. So this whole movie is based...
that better.
I think a lot of people would like that better. Not only because it's short, but because there's... Well, no, Adam
It kind of
Sandler.
makes more sense than this.
Than aliens sending
pixelated
pixel-
monsters.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like, I still found it amusing, and I think I would see it. But yeah, like, I was like I was confused, to say the least.
Yeah, I'm very, very torn about this. But let's finish up the finer points. In this, we do have Adam Sandler, of course. And he's with a lot of his similar crew that he's with, in a lot of his Happy Madison productions. We also have Kevin James. We have Michelle Monaghan, who she's a decent actress, but for some reason I just am not a fan of her.
Really? Have you seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
No, I have not.
That's a good movie. You should see it.
I have seen True Detective, and I have seen Eagle Eye. And again, this is no fault of hers, but I'm pretty sure that she has a pretty bad case of resting bitch face. It's no fault of hers, but she just always looks angry.
I like her face.
But she always looks perpetually pissed off in everything she's done, especially in True Detective. She was never happy.
Was she supposed to be happy?
I would think she would. Well,
I don't think so.
Yeah, see, there you
it
go.
was the same thing in Eagle Eye. In Eagle Eye, she was always pissed off.
Didn't you say you hated all the characters that she's played, and that doesn't help?
Yes,
Liking
this is
her
true.
for
This
you.
is very true. Most of the characters she's played, I haven't really liked either. But again, that is no fault of hers. And again, she is a decent actress. I'm not saying she isn't good. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of hers. Just personal.
It's personal.
It's personal.
It's very
It's personal.
This time it's personal.
But we also have in this Peter Dinklage, fucking A, and we also have Josh Gad, who he was
Olaf.
Olaf. I mean, he was something else
yeah.
recently. I forget what else he was in.
Olaf.
Never mind.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Uh-oh. Whoa. What were you thinking?
Your mom.
Oh. Wow. Huh.
Sorry.
That's huh.
I can't. It's so dumb. I hate myself.
Oh, God. Just immediately ashamed.
Yes.
That's just your default for ever mentioning it. He was in this. Your mom.
Oh, wow.
That's why I hate myself.
Oh, no. Well, we love you, so it's okay.
Well, at least you didn't get crickets.
This is true.
Yeah.
I get crickets all the time, so don't worry.
We know. We provide
We're
them.
the ones not laughing.
Yeah.
For now, if you make cricket sounds, they'll do that. Just make the bat sounds.
I think the bat's broken. Oh, there. Oh,
Do it again. Like it's not the same.
it almost got
Grounded.
started.
It's a grounded bat.
Yeah.
It can't fly anymore.
Can't lift off.
Fly.
So yes, you mentioned the premise of this movie, which is that in 1982. Now, I believe there is some truth to this. In 1982, the American government sent up a time capsule, basically sending it out to any civilization that might be out there. It might have been attached to. I forget the name of the satellite it was attached to, but I actually saw like the plate that was on it and showed like our solar system, then like an outline of a man and a woman waving, saying hi, and like the outline of a satellite dish and stuff like that. Then a bunch of other stuff included with it. Well, I don't know if they included video games in this time capsule or not, but apparently that's the only thing these aliens latched onto. I mean, if they're going to be attacking us with 80s nostalgia, they think attacking us with hot pants and leg warmers and fucking...
Dear God.
I think we would welcome that, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're in an 80s, I don't know, bender, whatever you want to call it right now. They've come back.
Oh, God.
Just listen to any music that's been coming out lately.
Yeah.
And pop.
Pretty much. But, yeah, so the aliens decide to attack us with technology that's basically pixels. It's... What?
I'm sorry.
Technology.
You said technology.
Attack us with technology.
Did I say... I thought I said tech, not
said
tech.
No, you said technology.
Okay. And
You need some vocal exercises. As I tippy toe through my
Whoa,
God.
what the fuck was that?
That was terrifying. Never do that again.
What was it? I
Oh.
missed it.
It was like
I can't do it. I can't rest my voice now.
You became an earthworm for a second. God. God, we are so dumb.
I feel like it's like they don't even know what's happening anymore.
Oh, this is just silly.
You want more juice?
No, she's cut off. They're both cut off.
Maybe later soon.
Later.
What?
Later soon.
Later soon.
8 o'clock 6.
8 o'clock 6. Over there.
Super dumb.
And our listeners have no idea what we're talking about
Nope.
now.
Nope. We're going off the
Sorry,
deep end.
guys. Inside jokes. We apologize.
It's basically just things that I say on a
mush
regular
mouth.
basis.
No, usually just when you're drunk.
I'm not even drunk.
But that's when you said it the
That's
first
why
time.
you're drunk. I'm not even drunk right now.
One glass.
Just drink your juice, Mom. It's okay. We love you.
Anyway, so the aliens attack with Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and Centipede and Space Invaders, all this other 80s nostalgia video games. I'm going to say, first off, before we start ripping on this, because I know we all want to rip on this.
Rip.
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 The
I thought we were gonna all join
I was
in.
trying.
the effects for the pixelated video games look really good. I think the effects look
Yeah.
great when they're
Yeah.
like eating the was it the fire truck? When it's eating the fire truck and the fire truck starts exploding into pixels.
Yeah.
It looks really good. And I did get a genuine laugh when he was the professor at the end, trying to approach his baby boy. Like, I got a laugh out of that.
Yeah, that was my least favorite part.
Really?
Yeah, that was really bad.
That was so bad.
Okay. Never mind then.
That was I'm sorry. It's just no. It's just like that brought a little rage. Like I was actually enjoying it up until that point.
Was it because of his
forced accent?
Yeah.
It didn't even sound like oh
Really
man.
over the top.
This is why people ask me when I start talking to people. This is why people come up to me and say, "Oh my gosh, wow, you don't have an accent." Like this is why people come up to me and say things like that.
This is why you drink?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. But
Well,
yeah.
It was a little over the top.
And yeah, I agree with that. I still had fun with that moment, but yeah, I agree. His accent was a little
Like I feel like
disturbing.
the interaction was funny, but
which is what I focused on.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. And it was hard for me to focus on that because of
Okay.
right.
the
Fair enough.
yeah.
Again, it's a little too early to tell exactly how the rest of this movie is going to go, but I love Peter Dinklage. I hope he's great in this. The rest of the cast, you can take it or leave it. I'm not a real fan of any of them right now. But I don't know. I feel like I want to go and see this just for the effects, and I know that's highly, highly hypocritical of me because that would be like me saying, "Oh, I want to go see Transformers just for the effects." But
But
we
that's just stuff getting blown up. That's not. I mean, that's like typical in any kind of action movie.
Right. But the effects in this are pretty unique. I mean, we haven't seen this type of effect before. Yeah. And, I mean, we could just go and watch the short film and I could just leave it at that. But I
mean, seeing it on the big screen, like, I think I would want to see this on a discount day or something where it would just be fun. Like, I think it would be a fun movie to watch.
Yeah,
Leave
just
it there.
Early bird price.
Great.
You wouldn't pay full price for this.
Yes.
You go and see it as an early bird.
Yes.
Yeah. And it deserves to be seen on the big screen for the effects, is what you're saying. Yeah, and I agree with that. I hope this is good. I mean, it's going to be banking a lot on 80s nostalgia. Please silence your phone during the movie.
My belly made a jingle.
I didn't know you could do that.
Surprise.
Made the sound of a bat.
No, it did not make a fapping noise.
What was that? I think that was some guano from that
If your
bat.
belly's making a fapping sound, then
It's not a fapping sound. Stop saying it's a
No,
fapping
that's
sound.
what she just said.
Oh, what?
I
Oh, you
did.
did?
I did.
Ding is a fapping sound?
What? No.
No, your bat noise is a fapping sound.
Listen, just never mind.
Oh, maybe.
Damn kids.
We're gonna move on.
Oh,
Ding.
we're not talking about this movie anymore? Okay.
No.
I
We're
think-
just moving on from the
Yeah.
noises that
Yeah.
we're making.
Okay.
You ruined it.
I mean, no,
Sorry.
but there's not a whole lot more to say about this. I mean, it looks like it has a couple funny moments. You know, I like the whole idea of the cars being the ghosts and then chasing down Pac-Man, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
I mean, I was thoroughly amused when I saw the trailer. Like, I'm just like, this just looks like a lot of fun.
it
And
does.
I mean,
Yeah, and
I don't
again,
think
it's not Happy Madison Studios.
Yeah.
Which is when I do like Adam Sandler. When he's not producing his own damn movies and writing his own scripts, he can still be okay.
Yeah.
So this has some promise. I'm very hesitant about it, but it could be good. It could be good.
I don't think it makes any sense, but
Yeah, that's true.
Like-
Very true.
I feel like if they were to use that premise, I think the only thing that they should have stuck with would be Space Invaders.
Right.
Right.
But they kind of
Futurama did
and
that.
maybe Pac-Man. I
Yeah,
can
right.
understand
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
Yeah, but like kind of bringing so many different elements into
Yeah.
it. Like if they stuck with just the one, but then I guess it would be more difficult to make a movie with just the one game or something.
That's true.
So
It turns out basically what it is on Futurama. They just want quarters. A lifetime supply of quarters! But then how will we do our wash? Alright, so we're going to move on. We're going to move on to our next trailer, which is Good Kill.
You ever get to, like, fly in a war?
Blew away 6 Taliban in Pakistan today. Now I'm going home to barbecue.
He's quiet. Does he ever get angry? Almost never. What happens when he gets angry? He gets more quiet.
I am a pilot, and I'm not flying. I don't know what it is that I am doing, but it's not flying. Weapons away, 8 seconds. Damn it, what's that?
Aboard?
Run, you little sh**.
So I think the goddess of gore said it best when she said, this is basically American Sniper with drones.
Yeah.
Similarities.
Yeah. I mean, a little more complex than that, but yeah, that's a pretty good summary right there. So in this, the director we have is Andrew Nicole. Now, he directed Gattaca, as well as Simone, Lord of War, which is another favorite movie of mine. The intro sequence to Lord of War is amazing. Recently, he directed The Host, which, holy fuck, was a piece of shit.
Wow.
Oh my god, that was Stephanie Meyer's next book after the whole Twilight craze.
okay,
That could
but
just
does
be
that mean
her.
it's bad writing? Then is that what it was?
And that could have been the case because yeah, she was a producer on that too. So he was probably being pushed by her and made a shitty film. So yeah, he could very well be a competent director, which I think he is, and just had one.
based on everything else.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And every director gets one. You know, everyone gets a pass on. Everyone can have a crappy movie. It happens. So yeah, that's his pass, The Host. So we expect good things on this. And in this, we do have, of course, Ethan Hawke. We have January Jones, who was in Mad Men, I believe, but she was Emma Frost in X-Men First Class. I think she's a good actress. We also have Bruce Greenwood, who's been in a lot, but he was in iRobot, Capote. Oh, he was in the recent Star Trek films. He was Commander Pike.
Yep.
I like him as an actor too, but
I like him.
the premise of this film is that you have Ethan Hawke, who is, I believe he was initially a pilot, correct?
Yeah.
But it turns out that, you know, with advancing technology, now they're not, you know, sending planes into dangerous zones anymore. They're just sending in drones. So now he's just piloting drones from the comfort of what is basically his home. You don't know what Air Force base he's at, but he's just sitting inside, you know, what he calls an air-conditioned cubicle, just hunting down people with a drone. But yet, still doing so develops what amounts to PTSD. And there's still something to be said about that. You know, PTSD can be developed not just in a war zone. PTSD could be developed anywhere. You could be sitting behind a computer, you know, piloting a UAV and be getting PTSD from it. You know, and there's something to be said about that. Just the sights of war, being exposed to that on a daily basis, and this movie's going to dive into that, where American Sniper took a much more I am there physically killing these people approach. This is 10,000 miles away I'm doing this, but I'm still doing this. And one thing I hope this movie dives into, because I think who's the guy who does Last Week Tonight on HBO? Is it John Oliver?
I believe so.
Yeah. He had a great segment about drones a couple months ago, about how it feels to live in these countries with drones constantly overhead. It's just living a constant fear, because drones are silent killers. They can fire from hundreds of miles away, and it's death an instant. Yeah.
And you don't know whose
drone it is.
Whose drone it is. You don't know. Yeah, you don't know who's exactly who's behind it or anything. And I think I remember reading a while back. It was actually around the time of Sandy Hook, and what had happened was there was a drone attack somewhere in the Middle East. I can't remember what it was, because there was a big gathering of people. This was never publicized in the news or anything. But what had actually happened was they were actually at a wedding. It was a wedding, and a drone had bombed the wedding because not knowing, because with that kind of technology, it's not as precise as what you see in the movies.
Right.
You can't actually tell what's going on. You just see a group of people in a certain location gathering in a place where could or may not be,
right. And you bring up that point, and that's great, and that's something that I think they touch on in the trailer, which is the whole thing about the delay of the drones. At one point, you see like kids run into the shot, but there's like a 20-second delay between the firing and the hit. There's not a whole lot you can do in those 20 seconds, because you have to think about you have to transmit to the drone, and then the firing from the drone, how long it takes to get there, and then the feed between that location to you, depending on where you are. And a lot of times you fire, and 20 seconds later something could change in a heartbeat. And that's something to speak about with this kind of technology. It's always improving, but there's always going to be that room for error.
And I mean, either way, you're taking lives, and it's, as you said, it's a war zone,
right?
And
it's developing PTSD in your own backyard, which is and I would say not in the same way, but just as equally horrific, as developing it in the Middle East. So
and it's a different kind, I think, of trauma that you would face in something like this, because it's so impersonal as well.
That's a very good point. Yes,
there's a really intense disconnect.
Yeah. And that's also a danger of using something like drones. It's just kind of like, when vegetarians bring up the idea of killing animals for food and stuff like that, we don't get to see what we eat a lot of the time. Before, when you killed your animals, you looked them in the eye, you knew what the purpose was. But then without that, when in the same in war, and I do not mean to equate people with animals in any way.
No.
Just it's just
because animals are better. No.
But just kind of like that, we do live in an era of disconnect where
right.
we are disconnected from so many things, especially in the world of technology and everything. And so it's dangerous when you mix technology with weaponry like that.
I couldn't agree more. Yeah. And as far as this goes, I'm feeling the same way about this as I do with American Sniper. Now, the only one here who has seen American Sniper, I think, is Will, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you like American Sniper?
It was okay.
I know it had a lot of factual inaccuracies, but I heard the performances were great and the movie itself was quite good.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I wish it had gone into more with like the PTSD kind of aspects of it, but it was nice that it at least touched on it.
Okay. Knowing what you know about that movie, would you see this?
Actually, no, I wouldn't frame it that way. I'd say knowing what I know about the director and Ethan Hawke.
Oh, okay.
I want to see it.
Yes.
Because I really like Gattaca.
Oh, I love Gattaca. It's one of my favorite, one of the most non-sci-fi films of the 90s, but still phenomenal.
Yeah.
Oh,
very
man.
well done. Really liked how it was shot and everything. But yeah, I'm excited to see this. Looks interesting.
Again, this kind of movie, it's gonna be pulling out your heartstrings the whole time. I'm pretty sure American Sniper probably did as well. But it's gonna be rough. I have a feeling that the character Ethan Hawke is playing is going to be, as you put it, probably far more sympathetic than maybe someone in than Chris Kyle would be. That's not to knock him as a person, just the portrayal of him, But I don't want to say I'm looking forward to this, but I do want to see this. I feel like this would be a worthwhile experience to see because these are ideas that need to be discussed. John Oliver brought it up in his show, and this is something that should be brought up. It should be talked about, and this is a movie people should see. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
And I think it's really interesting that they are putting this in media for putting it in a movie. And as you said, I think it is issues that we need to kind of address, and it would be interesting to see how they address it. It's not something that I personally would see because war movies in general I don't do very well with. Just because I see kind of, and I'm not trying to be elitist or anything, but or being on my high horse, but I kind of see the atrocities day to day, and I again go to movies so I can escape those things, and I would like to think that I can engage in those kinds of discussions even if I haven't seen the movies, because I think I would just war movies in general, and I know that I should be more exposed to things like that because these things are happening.
Is it just modern war films or all war films?
Most war films,
Okay.
yeah.
Real world war?
Real world war films,
Okay.
kind of. I guess.
Jesus.
I think it just basically.
Like if it's something like futuristic Terminator, you're not really against
Yeah, that's
it.
okay.
All right.
But I think it's just what reminds me of the current state of humanity, basically. Like that kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't do very well with because it's really grim.
Okay, that's fair. That's not everyone's cup of tea. Understood that. All right.
I don't think I really look forward to movies that I think are going to make me sad.
Yeah.
So
I
might watch it eventually, but it's not something I'm going to go seek
Well,
out.
yeah, and this is not the movie where you buy it on DVD and watch it over and over.
No.
This is something where it's like, and to compare it to films that are I'm sure probably gonna be much better than it. Sadly, but like Schindler's List, 12 Years a Slave, stuff that you only have to watch one time in your life, but that one time is enough. But it's still a phenomenal film. Right. And I just saw you clutch your chest when I brought up Schindler's List.
Yeah. I saw that movie, and
now see that wasn't necessarily a war film. That's again, that's a once in a lifetime movie. You never have to watch it again.
Well, I saw it actually in class.
Oh gosh, how old were you?
Like year 9 or 10, maybe. Or grade 9.
Oh, I was about to say you were 9 or 10 when you saw Schindler's List. Oh my God!
No.
How awful is that?
No. Oh my goodness. No. You're 9
We're
or
watching
10,
Fraggle Rock and stuff.
She's watching Schindler's
What's been
List.
happening?
Explains so much.
Yeah, right.
That's why you can't watch them.
Oh my goodness.
Dancing Tears away.
Yeah, that's what happened to my childhood.
Oh my God.
But yeah, I saw that in class. We were doing I think it was history, World War II or something, and then they had us watch it one year. I think it was just actually a filler class where where they had us watch it, and my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, phenomenal film.
Yeah.
One of the best of all time.
Yeah.
But yeah, one time is enough.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to lighter topics like Pitch Perfect 2.
Oh, goodness.
Oh no, she has no underwear on. We have a commando situation. She's turning. No. Brace yourself.
She's coming. The Australian singer gave the president a birthday gift from down under. The Bellas are suspended. You're being replaced by the European champions.
We are the sound machine.
How are we gonna compete with them?
I'm not supposed to have any ideas. I'm a hot one.
I'm pretty sure I'm the hot one.
If we win the world championships, will you reinstate us?
If you win it. Oh!
I thought we were all gonna start singing. Oh gosh, I take it back.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
No.
That damn fapping bat.
Get out of here!
Flapping, it's flying!
I'm sorry, I meant flapping bat. Flapping.
I'm Fat Man.
Oh, nope. Nope, that's not good. That's not okay. Oh, that's not okay at all.
Why?
Start your fan art.
Oh,
my. But not really.
Yeah. Don't do that.
So, Pitch Perfect 2. Funny thing about this is actually going to be directed by Elizabeth Banks.
Oh,
yeah.
So funny.
Well, he said it was a funny thing.
But this is actually...
I just got that.
This is actually... This is actually going to be her directorial debut now. I mean, she's been in a lot. She's currently in the Hunger Games franchise. She plays... what's her character's name in Hunger Games?
Effie.
Effie, that's it, yeah. And she's been in, Zack and Mary. The Goddess and I just watched Slither the other night, and she was in that, and I love Slither. Oh my gosh, it's such a good practical effect movie. I mean, it's disgusting, it's gory, but it's so much fun. But she's going to be directing this, and she did produce the first movie, so she has been on this. But in this, of course, we have Anna Kendrick, Skylar Astin, Rebel Wilson, Anna Camp, and Brittany Snow. Now, of those, the only ones I really know are Anna Kendrick and Rebel Wilson. I don't really know anyone else on this cast.
You know Brittany Snow.
Who's
you
Brittany
know
Snow?
Her. She was in stuff before this. Yeah. She was in
Hairspray.
I never saw Hairspray.
She wasn't she in John Tucker Must Die?
Oh,
I never saw that.
Prom Night.
Oh,
Possibly.
I did see Prom Night.
I think she
which
was
was
the
awful,
girl
but I
in
did
that.
see it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you ever watched Nip Tuck. She ended up on a
Yes.
season or two of Nip, like the later seasons.
Oh no, I watched the early
was
seasons.
dating,
Sorry.
the son.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, well, was she the lead girl in Prom Night?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one who was
I know you're
stalked
talking about
by
then.
the
Yeah,
stalker.
Yeah, but yeah, Prom Night was a piece of shit.
The stalkening.
But
we should make that. We should make that. The stalkening.
It's a great title.
We're making it.
Making up words.
We're making it.
Yeah. I like using words.
Yeah.
Tonight at 8:00 chicks.
Later soon.
Later soon.
Oh goodness.
But obviously, I have to ask: has anyone seen Pitch Perfect?
I have.
You have.
On the airplane.
All right. And I'm
Is
going.
that important?
I'm going to.
No,
ask
it's
this,
it just
false
how much I cared about it.
Oh.
Okay.
and I have to ask you this because I honestly don't know. What is it about? I have
An
no.
a cappella group.
It's just a cappella group. Is it at a
competition? Right.
Was she okay, so Anna Kendrick's character goes to college.
Okay, it's at a college.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a university.
Okay.
And then so they're like recruiting for singers to be in these different a cappella groups on the campus.
Okay.
So she joins one, the Bellas, I think that's what
Okay.
they're called, and then they compete in the university for the prize.
The prize.
The spirit stick.
I think that's what it was.
They want to
not
win
the
the
spirit
thing.
stick.
Win the thing.
Oh God.
But I enjoyed the singing, and I thought it was a fun movie, except there were a lot of slow parts in it, which made me sad because, and I don't like the guy who's in it.
Skylar Astin.
Yeah. He was so annoying. Like, I wanted to punch him in the face.
I don't know who he is. I can't vouch for you or not.
Yeah.
But
I'm sorry.
was this where the cup song came from?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Because you remember the cup song? Is Anna Kendrick singing it, playing on a little cup, and then flipping it around and singing the whole song with just playing on the cup?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where this came
That's
from.
her?
My soul, a red solo cup. No, anyone? You don't know that song?
I know that song.
You're better off not knowing.
Okay, thank you.
I wish I didn't.
But okay, I was curious. I was pretty sure it was about a cappella groups, but and there's nothing wrong with a cappella. I love a cappella, but I'm not really familiar with how it works with universities or competitions or whatever. The only ones I really know about are the Y Chromes at UD and rockapella. Those are the only ones I really know about. Do you know rockapella?
No. I mean, I know of a lot.
Do it, rockapella!
I know Rockadoodle-Doo.
Wow, Rockadoodle-Doo.
I don't know any of these things.
You were busy watching Schindler's List. It's okay. It's another thing from our childhood.
Oh, okay. Let me ask. Did you ever watch Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
That was the best show ever.
That's rockapella.
San Diego.
That's the name of the band, rockapella. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Then at the end of the show, they'd always say, "Do it, rockapella," and then they start singing.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I just remember where in the world is
Carmen Sandiego.
That was also the best computer game ever.
Oh, I love that computer game.
So much
So
fun.
good.
Oh my
We are
goodness.
just really going off on nostalgia tonight.
Well,
God.
I only know a couple of things that you guys have been talking about because I spent the rest of the time watching Schindler's List apparently. So crying. Yeah.
Oh man. But apparently this is the sequel to what had happened in the previous events.
Oh my gosh, really?
What? Really?
Sorry.
Oh, is that how sequels work?
That went
Perfect
too
too.
But no, I was gonna say, was the events of the first one leading to them like performing for the president? Was that like what they won?
No. I don't know what they won. Maybe it was like the president of the university.
But it looked like Obama.
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm pretty sure they were saying he was performing for the president of the United States.
Oh, okay. I was not paying attention to that part.
But so I don't know if those were the events from that film leading into this, if that's what they won a chance to perform in DC
It was
or
probably just a way to introduce this new movie and why they would be banned.
with Rebel Wilson flashing the entire crowd. Because apparently she decides to go commando on this one day.
Well, I think she was in
one
a
day.
leotard too, right? Like it would
Yeah.
make sense for her to go commando.
Yeah, you don't want panty lines showing in a leotard.
That'll mess up
For
your
the
day.
president?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Gotta look fly for the president.
Exactly. Just make sure you don't have a camel toe.
That's
or
right.
have your leotard split open.
That's right.
Which is what happened.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like when I saw that, because like the first trailer I saw for this movie, I was a lot more excited about it because there was just a lot more singing and a lot less of the talking. And apparently, I guess I don't like the talking in these movies because I didn't like the talking in the first one either.
So what you're saying is less plot, more singing.
Yes, I would be okay with that.
You just wanted to be a musical.
You want a
Yes,
musical?
that would be great.
Did it seem like these singing things had not just voices?
What?
That makes sense.
What?
No, I know what you mean. I totally know what you mean.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, you mean was there backup music?
Yes. She said was it actually.
Wow. Wow.
I got that.
Do you use your voice when you sing?
I totally understood.
Thank
I totally got that.
Oh, I use my sing hole. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
That's what it was.
God, that's terrifying.
Goodness.
God, it's like the sandworms from Dune. Oh God.
We broke him.
Got him. Uh-oh.
Oh no! Oh no!
No, that bitch better swallow.
Water. I had a mouthful of water. You can't do that to me. Oh, oh God. Sandworms from the Dune. The fuck?
Spice must flow, man.
Okay, so let's get back on this. So the plot to this is, yes, Rebel Wilson flashes the president, and they're banned from the university for it, or banned from performing or something, and they have to win the world championships in order to get back to perform for the university.
Makes no damn sense.
Like they were.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
You're disqualified now. Go into the international.
Right.
What? No,
I
that's
think-
not.
Yeah, that's like being banned from Miss USA, and you can compete in Miss Universe
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
I think they were like expelled or something. Like they wanted to go back into the university. Okay, so that still doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. It still doesn't make any sense.
Which, by the way, but at the same time, why would they be all banned for the actions of one?
Well, you don't know what
is an accident.
Right.
It's not like...
But I think maybe we don't know. Okay, I don't know why I'm trying to defend this, but maybe it's like after that happened, like
Something
other
else
things happened. Like
That
they
could
like
be.
all like fell on top of the president or something and broke his nose. I don't know.
Up in the bleachers.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yep, that was a good impression of the president. Very nice.
No, I think that was from the Brady Bunch. Oh, my nose!
Oh, I know.
Nice.
That will never be a teen model.
And then she turns into a machete.
Oh, jeez. Going off the rails, big time.
But yeah, I'm gonna say, look, I love a cappella groups. I think they're great. I just don't know if they can hold a movie, and I don't know if I'd want to watch this.
They should have been able to. I thought the first one just had bad acting and bad writing. So, but I think they could have made it a good movie, but they did not.
Did it warrant a sequel?
I would watch it. Maybe, like, on the plane.
The plane.
But I don't know if it warranted a sequel. And also what I got mad about when I saw the trailer that we just saw together was because you know how you complain about Melissa McCarthy and, you know,
And fat jokes.
and fat jokes. Well, that's basically what I thought.
They did with Rebel Wilson?
Yeah, with
I agree.
Rebel Wilson.
2 or 3 of them were just fat jokes
Yeah.
with her. Now, hopefully that's not the whole film. But yeah, it's like, oh, you know, I'm pretty sure I'm the hot one or something.
Yeah. Well, I
and-
mean, I don't think that necessarily.
But her being the one on the wrecking ball. Why did she have to be the fucking wrecking ball? Because she's the fat one?
Didn't say anything.
I feel like it's great that she has a lot of self-confidence.
Oh, no, that's great, yeah.
And I love that. And I love Rebel Wilson because I think she's hilarious. And, you know, I feel like she's just someone who is like, I'm going to, like, on the one hand, yes, they were fat jokes, but on the other hand, I feel like she was poking fun at the fact that they were fat jokes. Like, she's just not taking it completely seriously. I think there is that line that Rebel Wilson often draws, like, when she's...
I mean, you could say the same about the Melissa McCarthy fat jokes, too, in some of her films. It's like, oh, look, I'm pointing at the fact that I'm fat, too, you know? But they're still fucking fat jokes, you know, and they're... I don't know, I see what you're saying,
Sometimes
but...
they can get old.
Yeah, oh yeah, they can
Like,
get very old in a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all that being said, I'm not going to see this. I haven't seen the original.
Yeah,
but
I think I will see this.
I don't hold any animosity towards it. I don't know.
I feel like they need more singing. Like, they definitely need more singing. Because they do.
Because they do.
Because they need to get rid of more of the words, other words, the non-singing words.
No more words.
The singing words.
Okay then.
I think we can move on.
Yeah, I think we should.
We're gonna move on.
The ship is sinking.
I'm sorry, these trailers are going up and down for us. Our next trailer is Max.
Max bonded so closely with Kyle, he can't work with anyone else. Are you sure you want to do this?
I gotta go take care of that dog. Won't let me touch him.
I can come over and show you a few tricks.
Max just has to know that you want him.
It's a start.
The Fangirl and I were discussing this a little bit beforehand, and I think we both agreed that we can't see this movie. We were watching the trailer and we were welling up. It's like, oh God.
Yeah. I started crying watching this trailer. I was watching it with Belle too.
Oh.
She was like right there on my belly.
She sent me a Snapchat of them two watching it together. I'm like,
I try not to watch movies with dogs.
Yeah.
Because you know it's just bad.
Yeah.
Bad things will happen.
Yeah.
I know. No matter all the good times, it's just bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's worth it.
I mean, the only thing that I'm hoping for maybe is because they killed the brother, maybe the dog won't die.
Which is my only hope.
Like, not that it was good. Like, obviously, if we didn't want the brother to die. This isn't the trailer, by the way. I'm not spoiling anything.
Sorry. This isn't spoilers, guys.
Just saying. I'm hoping, because otherwise that would just be too much heartache for that little boy.
Yeah.
That
would be
teenage
really,
boy. I don't
really,
know.
really fucked up. Yeah.
So
young adult
boy.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what they would like to be addressed.
I don't know.
A kid.
So the director of this is Boz Yakin, and he was the director of Remember the Titans, as well as Uptown Girls. Do you remember that?
Yeah, with Brittany Murphy.
Yeah, and Dakota Fanning.
And Dakota
yeah.
Fanning.
Mm-hmm. He hasn't really directed too many other films, but I like Remember the Titans.
Was that sad?
No, it was more uplifting than sad. It had a couple sad moments.
Okay, so maybe that's how this one's gonna be.
We can only hope. Yeah. But Remember the Titans is one of the more better sports films. I mean, sports films are very cliche, and Remember the Titans was cliche, but it was about a really good story. And while it's some factual inaccuracies, it was good. So this director hasn't done a whole lot in recent years, but I'm looking forward to him getting some work again. We also have in this Thomas Church, who was
Thomas Hayden Church. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. He was on Wings. He was Lloyd.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But,
Wings, like the TV show?
Yes,
Wings. Deep cut, man. Deep cut. I haven't thought of that show in fucking forever. Holy
maybe
crap.
you should think of it more often.
Yeah, obviously. Got to get my life back together here.
Reorganize your priorities.
Yeah, jeez. What am I doing?
I mean, I remember him better, sadly, for a role that he probably isn't recognized for a lot, but Sandman in Spider-Man 3.
He was also in, I haven't seen it, but that movie Sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
With
it either.
Paul
but
Giamatti, right?
Yeah.
Never saw that.
Yeah,
neither have I, but I know he's in.
Yeah, it was like a huge movie. Like that year it came out. It was like Oscar nominated and stuff.
Huh? Did not know that. Oh, we also have in this Robbie Amell, who was. Oh yes, the floor recognizes a dystopian. I'm sorry, I thought you were just stretching.
No, I think he is actually.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, you are? Yes. Oh, I thought you were raising your hand like you want to be recognized.
Nope, I'm just having some fun with my appendages. Nope, that didn't.
Whee!
Whoa! Don't make that noise.
God damn it. Not that much fun.
But
I'm sorry.
We also have in this Robbie Amell, who was recently in The Duff that came out a couple of weeks ago.
Is this a boy or a girl?
This is a boy.
Okay.
And upcoming, he's going to be Firestorm in the Flash series. So that'll be interesting to see. You know who the Firestorm is? Firestorm is a superhero who has the ability to change the chemical composition of anything. Kind of like transmutation, where he's like the ultimate chemist. He can look at something and rearrange its molecular structure.
Where did the name come from?
Firestorm? Okay. Well, because he's like a living power plant. He has a big flame that comes out of his head. Yeah, it's a very weird character, but he's a cool superhero.
Okay.
He is. But he's going to be Firestorm in The Flash. And also in this we have Lauren Graham, who was in Parenthood, as well as Evan Almighty.
And Gilmore Girls?
Was she in Gilmore Girls? Yes.
Wasn't she the mom?
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
I only saw a couple episodes of Gilmore Girls. Not a fan, but my sister watched it, so yeah. But in this story, we have this Marine serving somewhere in the Middle East, we don't know where, with a service dog named Max. And at one point he calls home, and his little brother isn't, want to talk to him, because as he puts in the trailer, you see he's like, oh, he's off saving whole planets, because he's playing some video game or something. And again, this isn't spoilers. This happens in the trailer. The serviceman does die, and he comes home, and the dog is apparently also suffering from PTSD, and is having separation anxiety because his owner died. And so now the son has to raise the dog, although you don't know if he was going to be able to because
you mean the brother?
Yeah, the brother. Yes, and so you don't know if he's going to really be able to because the dog isn't really trusting of anyone. He's lashing out at almost everybody. So, gosh, I mean, here's the thing: if I ever need to be like cheered up or like I need to be happy, I'll go on YouTube and I'll watch a video of like a serviceman coming home and the dog greeting him home and the dog just being elated. This is the opposite of that. And I'm sitting there watching that and I'm like, you fucking movie. Like in the trailer, I'm like, you sons of bitches. Like I have to go watch all the puppy videos now because you upset me.
Jeez.
And we just had National Puppy Day too, you sons of bitches.
Did they release the trailer on that day?
They might have.
Oh
It came out recently.
That would have been really good.
Yeah.
Assholes. But yes, I can't watch this. I'm sorry. And the goddess will tell you, one of the things I can't stand in films is when you kill the dog. I mean, and I don't think they're going to do that in this. I don't. But I can't see heartache in dogs, and I also can't see the dog dying. Because, like the Fangirls brought up before, we now have a lot of disconnect when we see, troubles with people or, people dying, just because, one, people are assholes, but also we've kind of become desensitized to that. Dogs are a universal good. There's never a bad dog. There are bad owners, but there are no bad dogs. And so when a dog dies, it's heartbreaking. And I can't watch that in a movie. That's like one of the few things I can't watch.
John Wick.
Oh, John Wick. Exactly. Perfect example. Now, here's the thing. They killed off that puppy, but...
That was in the trailer. That was in the trailer.
Yeah, that was in the trailer.
That was in the trailer.
But the entire movie was about getting revenge for that puppy.
Yeah,
so
basically.
that's kind of okay. If they kill off an animal and the rest of the movie revolves around that animal and getting revenge for that animal, I'm all for it.
Okay.
I'm still
You
not
heard it
okay
here
with
first.
that. I'm
Revenge
still
killing.
not okay with that.
Oh, no,
You're
no.
still killing the puppy.
It's heartbreaking, but John Wick is saying, fuck you all. This is a puppy. You shouldn't kill a
He doesn't want the puppy to get killed.
No.
But if it does, he wants there to be revenge.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly.
He believes in revenge killing. That's what he's saying.
For
right now.
puppies.
For puppies.
But just
Only.
puppies.
Just
Yeah,
puppies.
okay.
Otherwise, it's just killing.
Right.
Right. Of course.
And then
Of
that's
course.
okay too.
So it's not like the puppy killed anyone.
Yeah.
It's a puppy.
That we know of.
Maybe with love.
And kisses.
Puppy love
And
killers.
snuggles.
I don't know. Belle can kill you with love. I'm pretty.
Kisses.
She can kill you with her fat face and fat body.
Hey.
I love that fat face.
Well, true.
But anyone thoughts on this?
I think I would see it if I know how it ended.
If you knew it was all going to
This
be
is the
okay.
one Morgan where you have to have spoilers going in. You have to know.
Yeah, like I need to know if the dog's gonna be okay, if the kid's gonna be okay, and if I know that they're gonna be okay, then I'll go watch the movie. If they kill everything and everyone, then I'm not watching it.
Wow. That'd be pretty gruesome at the end that everyone's dead.
Yeah, because the dad goes missing. You don't know what happens to the dad either.
Yeah. You know, if he's kidnapped or something, and then they use the dog to go find the dad or something.
Yeah, the
I don't know
dad
exactly.
could be dead. You don't know.
I don't know, guys. It could get really dark. I hope it doesn't.
Yeah.
But it's not that I don't want to see it. It's that I don't know if I can see it. And for that reason, I don't know if I will see it.
I'm just going to say I don't want to see it.
You don't?
No.
No?
I just
Really?
I don't.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. Okay, well, I should say this. There's only 2 movies with animals in it that I've really liked. And that's Milo and Otis
Nice.
and Homeward Bound.
I was about to say Homeward Bound.
Yeah.
Other than that, not interested.
Homeward Bound is so good.
Yeah.
No, I've never seen Homeward Bound.
And
We're just going to
Childhood.
have a weekend where you
Yeah.
have a
catch up on
childhood.
all the nostalgia.
And have a childhood.
I was talking to the
Just a weekend
fangirl
childhood.
about Marley and Me. And Marley and Me, oh my God.
Didn't see it, didn't want to see
I
it.
know, I'm not
No,
going to see that. I
you-
know that one ends bad.
Yeah, I'm not. I just don't watch it. I was in freaking tears at the end of that movie. It takes a lot for me to cry in a movie.
See, it doesn't take a lot for me to cry. So, I don't know.
I think I'd rather just see a dog than watch dogs in a movie.
Yeah.
You'd rather just have the puppy.
No. I don't want to have a puppy. I just want to visit puppies.
Oh, okay.
It's different.
just like you don't want to have a bunny, you'd rather visit bunnies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Any animal.
Okay.
It's easier just to visit animals. Babies, animals.
Nice.
All of the above.
All small things.
Yeah, it's like
that are cute.
Yeah,
but then
it's
you
like
can give 'em
kids are
back.
fun when they're not your own.
Just so you don't have to change their diapers, pick up their poop.
Feed them.
Moving on.
Mom, we're hungry. I just fed you yesterday.
You won't be hungry for much longer, sweetie. It's all right.
Just get mommy some juice.
Maybe it's a good thing that you only want to visit.
Oh, not okay.
Maybe you shouldn't be even visiting, but okay.
So moving on to our next trailer, which was just released recently, which is Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Benji. Ethan, where are you? The Syndicate is real. A rogue nation trained to do what we do.
An anti-IMF.
They're coming after us with everything they've got.
You ready?
This may very well be our last mission. Let's make it count.
So what's the play?
You want to bring down the Syndicate? It's impossible.
I can't tell if that's a look of excitement or not. What is that look, Fangirl?
Yeah, I'm really excited about this.
Me too!
So excited!
Wow!
Here's the thing, and we can discuss it. You know, the first 3 Mission Impossible movies, you can take them or leave them. I liked the first 2. No,
Wait, the first one?
No. Let me finish. I liked the first 2.
Holy crap.
The third one, not so much.
Yeah.
Okay. And as I said, the trilogy, just those 3.
Okay.
But then Ghost Protocol was apparently very, very good. I didn't see it.
Was that the one with Maggie Q? Oh, was that the third one?
I don't know.
Jonathan Rhys-Meyers and Maggie Q, the first one where they introduced Simon Pegg?
I think that was Ghost Protocol.
Okay.
The third one was with
Tandy Newton?
The actor who passed away recently. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yeah, he was in the third one.
Okay.
And the actress we were just talking about. Oh God, what's her name?
Michelle Monaghan.
Yeah, she was in the third one.
Okay.
And that one wasn't that good. Again, the first and the second one, really like them. And Ghost Protocol was apparently very, very good.
Ghost Protocol, I think, was the one with Maggie.
And I know Simon Pegg was in that. Yes.
No, sorry, no. Ghost Protocol was the fourth one.
Yes, it was.
With Jeremy Renner. So the third
John
one.
Ritter.
John Ritter. That'd be interesting in this.
So the
Ghost Protocol. Get it? I'm sorry. Too soon.
Rest in peace.
Too soon.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. So yes, apparently, for the most part, this series has been very good, with the exception of the third one. So the director of this is Chris McQuire, and he was the director.
Christmas Choir?
No, Chris McQuire.
Sorry.
Did you just say Christmas Choir again?
Yeah, Christmas Choir. Christmas Choir is directing this movie.
La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Nice. Jingle bells, jingle bells.
All the way.
All right, that's 2 snorts.
Yay!
Nice. Got him.
No, Chris McQuire.
Oh.
I got another. Now, he directed Jack Reacher, which is, again, another Tom Cruise film. But he was the writer for The Usual Suspects, Valkyrie, as well as The Edge of Tomorrow. So he's worked with Tom Cruise a lot.
Yeah, wow.
Now, Usual Suspects is amazing.
I haven't actually seen that.
You haven't seen The Usual Suspects?
I know, it's because everybody's ruined it for me.
Well, you only just watched it like
last year.
months ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think last
I made
year.
you watch it.
I've never watched it front to back. I've seen parts of it, and I know the
Oh shit.
Spoiler.
Yeah, I want to see it. I do.
Very good. Valkyrie was good. I mean, the thing about Valkyrie is you knew going in how it was going to end, but it was still good. And Edge of Tomorrow, I've heard nothing but fantastic things about it. So, apparently this writer is very good.
I'm still laughing about Christmas Choir.
Say it into the mic.
I'm still laughing about Christmas Choir. I'm not laughing at you.
Oh my goodness.
God.
See Tom Cruise hanging from a plane. Fa la 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 la.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Stop.
Got the giggles tonight, man.
For the rest of the night, it's gonna be fapping bats and Christmas choirs.
Oh.
They're not. flapping.
They're flapping. There's an L. It's
Yeah.
not silent.
They're flapping their wings.
So in this, we have Tom Cruise, of course, who, gosh, I gotta say, he's been making these movies for over a decade now. I mean, the first one,
well over a decade.
Yeah.
Two
The first one came out in what, 98, 99, somewhere around
At
there?
least, yeah.
Man, gosh, I mean, 2 decades old series, and yet it's still going strong. The last one was
1996.
Wow, holy crap.
So, yeah.
So next year will be the series' 20th anniversary, and he's still going.
Yep.
Wow. Power to him. That's something for Scientology, I guess.
Was this based off of an old TV show?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the original series Mission Impossible, which was a very good series. Ran for about 4 or 5 seasons. I still watch it occasionally. It'll be on what's the classic
TV?
network? Not Nick at Night. Or is
Me-
it Me TV? Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
It's still on there occasionally. It's a great show. It's fun. And also in this, like you mentioned, we have Jeremy Renner, who was introduced in the last movie. We also have Simon Pegg, Vin Rames, Rebecca Ferguson, who was in Hercules recently.
Okay.
Not the legend one, the Rock one.
I didn't see it because of The Rock.
I did see it because my friend likes The Rock. And I actually mean a real person. I'm not just like talking about myself as a friend.
Oh, I thought you were like The Rock. Like I'm just like I thought you were talking about like The Rock as in like a rock, not like the person The Rock. And I'm just like,
What?
Oh
I don't know why I went there first.
Jesus Christ.
What? How you doing, Dystopian? You okay?
I want to go home. I'm afraid it's contagious.
Oh, God. Finally, we have Alec Baldwin in this, which I don't know if Alec Baldwin was in Ghost Protocol or not.
No, I
No.
don't think so.
But
I am super excited about that, and I was excited that Alex Baldwin was in this other movie that we talked about last time.
Is that a Baldwin brother that we don't know about?
What did I say?
You said Alex.
there is Alex Baldwin, actually.
See?
Yeah.
Is there?
There's Alex and Steve, and there's one other.
And Alec.
Alec?
No.
Well,
Alex, Steve, Alex, and then
Really?
there's a fourth.
Danny.
Alexander? What?
No.
Alan.
Alexi?
I don't know.
There's like a Billy Baldwin.
Billy Baldwin, that's it, yeah.
Billy Baldwin.
That's so stupid. Why would you name one kid Alec
and the other Alex?
Yeah, that's really
Because they wanted to
dumb.
fuck with him. Maybe it was Alexander and he just shortened it to Alex. I don't know.
But still.
Still.
You kind of knew that would have been
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
But no, Alec Baldwin. I'm excited because I've actually just been binge watching 30 Rock. So, but I can't see Alec Baldwin play anybody else other than Jack Donaghy from 30 Rock. So in this trailer, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's him being Jack Donaghy. Like, this is just Jack Donaghy doing this, whatever he's doing.
But yeah, he is in this, and I don't believe he was in Ghost Protocol, but he is in this. So, funny thing about this movie was actually originally slated for Christmas of this coming year. That wasn't even on purpose.
Oh.
Of course it was.
Yeah, of course. Oh, my God. Oh,
My
yikes.
cheeks hurt.
Oh, gosh. We have broken the goddess.
One of those nights. Super dumb.
Yes, it was slated for December 25th of this coming year, but it was pushed up because it would have been debuting alongside Star Wars 7 and Spectre. So Mission Impossible said, you know what, we don't want to share dates with both of those. We're going to move our movie forward. So that's very rare, especially move it up like 4 months, which is it's half a year. It's moving up to the end of July. Like, holy.
For 2016?
No, for this year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It would have been, I would have been like, oh, you should have pushed it later. So it's like the 20th anniversary. And then it's like, hey, we're making another one.
Which would have made sense, but
They didn't.
they just like, you know,
But they didn't.
they wanted to get it out sooner.
I feel like they could have like made money somehow with that kind of promotional
No, they're going to
stuff.
re-release the first one
Yes.
next year for
Right.
the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, they'll do that. Yeah.
You can get a box
That's
set.
how they make
Yeah,
money.
A box set with
box
all
set,
of them.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the premise of this movie is Alec Baldwin, some sort of politician, coming in and saying, or is he with the CIA? I'm not really sure. Saying,
Jeff Donaghy.
oh God, I forget the agency that Mission Impossible is.
EMF.
IMF. There
Oh,
you
I
go.
thought it was EMF.
IMF. Yeah.
Isn't that like
that they're basically being disbanded for some reason. You don't know why they're being disbanded, but
World
they're
is spelled with a
being
W,
disbanded.
not an M, so I don't know what you're saying, but where I come from, they spelled world with a W. That's just all I'm saying.
It's just like,
Yeah. Upside down M. Look at that.
Anyway, so they are disbanding IMF because apparently they just feel that they're not necessary anymore, which big fucking mistake. And they find out that there's actually an anti-IMF, which is called the Syndicate, which they refer to as the Rogue Nation. Dozens of different agents who are basically just contracted out to kill on a whim.
sounds like the Kingsmen.
Oh, you mean like the
Syndicate.
anti-group is the Kingsmen?
Yeah, it's just
Oh my
a bunch
God!
of-
How great would that be to see
Right?
IMF go up against the Kingsmen? Holy shit!
But they're both good guys.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's some mutual person who turns them against each other, and then they have to team up at the end to fight the ultra bad guy. There you go.
I want to watch that movie.
Pitched a good movie for the fangirl. You just want to see Tom Cruise and Colin Firth fighting side by side. That's what you want.
Not necessarily. I would like to see that, but that wasn't why I want to see this movie. It just,
Fair enough. But I'm going to say I'm looking forward to this because Ghost Protocol was, again, apparently quite good. Haven't seen it, but I really want to see it. It seems like these movies are getting better. I do want to say in this trailer, I don't like the song they utilized in the trailer. I forget who sings it. Ready or Not, Here I Come, You Can't Hide. I forget who sings that song. But
I don't know.
It's not Rihanna,
Was
is
it?
it?
No. Was it Lauryn Hill?
I don't know. The usage of the song in this trailer irked me. It's one of the times when I wanted to point out actually the making of the trailer. Every so often you encounter a song in a trailer that works really well in it. And even a song that you don't even think would work well in a trailer. Perfect example. Avengers Age of Ultron. Who would have thought that Pinocchio, like, I've got no strings to hold me, would work in a trailer for a Marvel film? Was it?
It was the Fugees.
Oh, okay.
That's- Yeah. So Lauryn Hill.
And no one would have thought that song would have worked well in a superhero film, but it worked. So you can make any song work, but this one I was just like, this doesn't work for the images and action you're trying to portray in this. All they did was just add the Inception bass tone behind the song and then just had the action going on while this song plays really slowly. I'm like, this isn't working. And in fact, you have one of the most iconic themes of all time for your movie, the Mission Impossible theme, and you don't play it until like the last 20 seconds of your trailer. Like, incorporate that in this song. That'd have been great. I know I'm griping on this, but what the fuck? Use your song.
I don't know. Maybe they thought it was played out, which I'd say.
Oh my
it has
gosh.
been.
I mean, that would be like saying the James Bond theme is played out, or Star Wars is played out, or it's like this is one of the iconic themes of
or
television
Indiana
and movies.
Jones. Sorry.
No, or Indiana Jones. Yeah, these themes aren't played out. These are some of the greatest themes in television and movies. No, if you say a Mission Impossible is played out, that theme, go fuck yourself. That's all.
Apparently, you have to go fuck yourself.
That's basically
I'll
what he
take
said.
my fapping bat and go elsewhere.
My bat, and it's slapping. Oh, goodness me.
But anyway, anyone else thoughts on this movie, this trailer?
So I saw Ghost Protocol, but I don't really remember it.
Okay.
But I think for the past couple of films, what they've been doing is they're lightening it up.
Yes. Well, no. Mission Impossible 3 was very dark at times. You could say Ghost Protocol was lightened up. I haven't seen it.
Well, I haven't, but I thought this one was, at least.
Oh, okay. As far as this trailer.
One was, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And, with the whole bit where Tom Cruise was hanging off the side of the plane, just like,
Right.
open the door. No, open the other door.
In fact, they brought in Simon Pegg, of all people, I mean,
Well, that was like a couple of movies ago.
that was Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was before Ghost Protocol.
Was he in Mission Impossible 3? I don't remember that.
I think he was. They brought in Simon
I'll have
Pegg
to go back
for
and
that.
watch it again. I don't remember him being in that. It's okay.
Oh, now you're confusing me.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Anyway, so as far as Dystopian Goddess, are you looking forward to this?
I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to watch this one, I should watch the last one. Because I haven't seen it and I don't know these people in this world.
Well, again, I've heard nothing but good things
about
it.
But
We'll
I just
watch
haven't
it.
seen it.
Yeah, we'll sit down and watch it
So
sometime.
I'm not going to get excited. Well, I could, but I probably won't get excited for this unless I see that.
Okay.
Right.
Fair enough.
I like the first two. I haven't seen the third and fourth, but I'd like to before seeing this.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And we're going to move on to our final trailer for the night, which is Hotel Transylvania 2.
We shouldn't be up here, Drac.
Who's ready to fly?
Me, like a superhero.
Better, like a vampire.
I don't know about this. He's half human. Maybe the kid isn't supposed to fly.
Quiet. This is how they learn. You throw them and they figure it out. It's how I was taught.
I want to fly now.
The bat. You know Grandpa's right here if you need him.
I can't watch this.
Please don't. Here we go!
Another film where I haven't seen the first, but I've heard nothing but great things about it. One guy that Goddess and I like to watch sometimes is a nostalgia critic, and he praises Hotel Transylvania as one of the most underrated Halloween films of the last decade.
Huh.
And apparently it's really good, and he even praised Adam Sandler, of all things.
What?
Yeah, no, and because Adam Sandler's voice acting is usually so over the top,
Right.
and so ear gouging, but in here he gave a very subtle and subdued performance for Dracula to the point where it's like, wow, he was actually a good Dracula. Of all people, Adam Sandler was a decent Dracula. Who would have thought? Not to say that his accent is good, that's probably not what he's saying, but he at least gave a good performance. But apparently Hotel Transylvania was very good, and enough to warrant a sequel. Now, the voice cast behind this is very good, but I'll get to that in a minute. The director of this is Gendy Tartanovsky. Now, he directed the first film, but he's been attached to a lot of stuff with Cartoon Network. He was a director on Powerpuff Girls, Dexter's Laboratory,
Oh, yeah.
as well as Samurai Jack.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking Samurai Jack is easily one of my favorite cartoons.
Good stuff.
Oh, man. Just the artistry of that series blows my mind.
Yeah.
So he's been attached to a lot of stuff on television, but Hotel Transylvania, I believe, was his first feature-length film. So I'm glad it did well. But in this, we do have Adam Sandler, of course, playing Dracula. We have Andy Samberg, Selena Gomez, who's playing Dracula's daughter, David Spade, Kevin James, Steve Buscemi, Fran Drescher, and introducing in this, who wasn't in the last one, is Mel Brooks as Vlad, who is Dracula's father.
Oh, nice. That'll be good.
So I do know loosely what the first one was about. It's about Dracula having a hotel, obviously in Transylvania. Go figure.
Oh.
Yeah, ooh. But
spoiler.
Yeah. But the reason he has a hotel is because the monsters are always hunted throughout the rest of the world. So they want one place where they're safe and can just relax for a while. And that is Hotel Transylvania. So they go there and just relax for a couple weeks and, free from humans. Well, of course, one day a human shows up, which is Andy Samberg. And Dracula has to do his best to convince everyone else that he is, in fact, a monster. And that, the hotel is still safe and that there aren't humans around. Otherwise, he'll lose business and shut down the hotel. In this one, spoilers, you see that Dracula has a son. And it's a half vampire. So we know that at some point he and Dracula's daughter got together and had a kid.
Like he's
What?
a grandson.
Sorry, a grandson. Yes, sorry.
Wait, what? I'm so confused. What happened?
That's not okay.
Dracula has a grandson, the little boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who is the son of the human and his daughter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's like-
Sorry. Missed a step there.
Yikes.
My bad.
Your dad is your son and your uncle and your pa.
Transylvania's not the South, damn it.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh, that's not okay.
But yeah, this whole trailer is just basically a scene from the movie, but it's a fun scene. It's just Dracula trying to teach his grandson how to fly. He doesn't really know if he can fly because, again, he is only half vampire. So we don't really know if he's going to fly or not. And he just chucks him off this massive tower. And all the monsters are like, holy shit, no! But it's a fun scene. And again, I have to commend Adam Sandler because, it's not a lavish, over-the-top Dracula. It's pretty subdued. He's just giving a nice, cool, calm, collected performance. And the little scene afterwards, with, I forget who it was. Was it Frankenstein catching on fire?
Yes,
and running around through the buildings? It looks like they're not at the hotel, but at some sort of camp for...
Lodge.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And all the buildings burn up. I'm like, that's pretty funny.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Because of course he's afraid of fire. That was really good.
Don't inhale until the tip glows. I'm gonna say, having not seen the first one, I'm looking forward to this.
Me too.
I think the animation is stellar. The jokes are very funny. I've heard nothing but praise about the first one, so again, we have to see it. But I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I want to see the first one too.
Yeah.
I want to see both of them.
Yes.
Before next Halloween.
Done.
Yeah.
That was fast.
It was.
Right.
We're going to finish up with our feature presentations. Now, there are a few notable ones. What? Feature presentations. What did I say?
You said presentations. Like presentations.
Feature presentation.
I heard feature presentations.
No, there is an R in there. Feature presentations.
I'm sorry, I'm bad hearing.
Christmas Carol.
No. Chris McQuire. Chris McQuire.
Oh my goodness.
We're so far off the rails, we're never coming back. Oh, God.
So, coming out the next couple weeks, we do have a decent amount of movies, but the first one I'm going to mention is Home. Now, there hasn't been a whole lot of advertising for Home, but it is a DreamWorks picture coming out this week.
Oh.
You're just not watching the television.
Is this one the one where
programs.
there's an alien that's like, I'm dancing or
Yeah.
wait,
Yes.
what is it?
Yep.
I have my hands in the air
Yeah,
like
like
I just do not care.
Right,
Yeah.
that guy.
Okay.
Who's voiced by
Jim Parsons.
Jim Parsons, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically the same character as Sheldon, but an alien.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
pretty much, right. And the voice actress is Rihanna.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
That's the little girl, yeah.
Interesting.
And Jennifer Lopez
It's the
is
mom.
a voice actress.
Yeah, I think
Huh.
she's Rihanna's
And,
mom, yeah. The premise of this is, some aliens come to Earth, and this guy kind of gets stranded. Apparently, he's just an outcast among his kind.
No, I thought he gets stranded. They don't like him.
Yeah. And...
Oh, that's so sad.
and he ends up befriending Rihanna and her cat, and, it's just...
And she's also searching for her mom.
Yes.
Okay.
And admittedly, there were some parts in the trailer that I thought were pretty funny, like the whole bit with him being in the bathroom and, do not eat the mints.
Oh, yeah.
And do not drink the lemonade, Yeah. Oh, man. I don't know about this one. I mean, yeah, it's really just Jim Parsons being Jim Parsons from Big Bang Theory. And I don't know if that really warrants an entire film. I know it's based off a fairly popular book series, but I don't know. There's nothing really about this that makes me want to say I want to go out and see it. And again, DreamWorks has been doing great work as of late. How to Train Your Dragon 2, which we haven't seen.
Which we
will. Getting stellar reviews. And stuff like Kung Fu Panda and Monsters vs. Aliens in recent years. All really, really good movies. But every so often, DreamWorks, like Pixar, just throws out a shit film. I don't know why. It's just like, we need to get some money out there. Throw that out there. And I'm sorry, I kind of feel like this is one of them.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think this looks like a shit film. I think it looks kind of adorable.
Do you?
I think, me personally, I think I might get a little tired of the alien.
The whole fish out of water thing.
Jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I think it's not going to be terrible.
I mean, I don't think it's anything worth hating, but, for example, Pixar as of late has been making a lot of the cars and the planes films, which are just pure cash-in movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I just don't see myself seeing this. This is something I want to see. This hasn't piqued my interest at all since I've seen the first one. But the animation is good. It's just, I don't know. I'm very meh about it. Dystopian, anything?
Yeah, I mean, it makes me think of, the same kind of cliche of E.T. and, what was it, Meatballs?
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
No. It was a movie from like the 80s or 90s where there was this stupid alien that went to like a summer camp.
What?
Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. I'm traumatized.
Are you thinking of Mac and Me?
No, I don't know. Someone use the internet and find this for me.
Meatballs.
I don't know. If I just
really
type in
bad.
meatballs, I don't think anything will come up.
It's just don't worry about it. It's not good.
Okay. So also coming out is Get Hard. Now, the early reviews for this have not been promising. Most reviews have said that, Kevin Hart's actually quite good in it, but Will Ferrell is terrible. Yeah. To which, which is weird because most Kevin Hart movies as of late have been really crappy, and he's been crappy in them, but apparently he's quite good in this.
Is it just by comparison to Will Ferrell, or?
Yeah, apparently. Well, I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know. He was so bad that it uplifted his whole performance.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one that I'm tired of seeing Will Ferrell in these roles.
Yeah,
the role of the person who just seems to have no human interaction with anyone and doesn't know how to interact with people. He's not the man-child in this, but he's still the massive fucking idiot. Yeah. And I'm tired of seeing him in these roles because I know he's better than that. Yeah. Stranger Than Fiction, good example.
That was such a
I love Stranger Than Fiction.
That's a really great film.
And he needs to make more of them.
Yeah.
You're listening, Will. Are you listening?
But I don't know. I feel bad, but no. It's just, no, I don't want to see this.
I like both of those guys, but I don't want to see the movie. Doesn't look good.
I mean, there have been movies like that before where two people have combined and it turned out like crap. Perfect example, Cop Out with Bruce Willis and Tracy Morgan.
Oh.
I like both of them. And even Sean William Scott was in that. And he's had some promise in the past, and the whole movie just turned out to be crap. It's like, I don't understand how you can get these tandems together, which should be comedy gold, and then it turns out to be shit.
Right.
I don't know how that happens. But this is another example of that.
Writing.
Yeah.
Poor writing. Yeah. My only hope is that with Get Hard, then maybe there's some decent improvisation, because I know that Kevin Hart can do good improvisation.
Oh yeah.
So my only hope is that there are some scenes where they just had them ad-lib, and just bounce back and forth for a little bit and filmed that, and maybe those will be funny. But I mean, only time will tell. The early reviews weren't great, so we'll see what happens with that.
I went on IMDb. There is a movie called Meatballs. But it doesn't mention an alien. It is a summer camp, and it has Bill Murray in it.
Yeah. I think I'm thinking of a summer camp movie, and Meatballs came to mind.
Oh, okay.
But it's
There
a
is
different yeah.
one?
I'm going to
Okay.
figure it out, though. I'm going to figure it out.
I'm sorry. You can continue. I just wanted to
No
try
worries.
to help.
No, it's okay.
I'm not crazy.
No worries. Finally, one that is being released video on demand, but I did want to talk about it because we did discuss this movie, was Serena. Initially, this movie was going to get a nationwide release. It has now been pushed back to only video on demand. Huh. Because apparently the movie is so bad that they didn't want to release it nationwide or worldwide. It is apparently god-awful. Now, we discussed this. This film has been tossed back and forth between studios. It's been in editing for about 2 years now. Yeah, it's been taking forever to get this movie out. And when it takes that long in post-production, either you're just having trouble with the studio or it spells disaster for your actual movie because the editors don't know how to make it good. Yeah. Which I can't think in recent history of another movie that's done that. But holy crap, apparently this is a special breed of bad, which is a shame because the cast behind it, at least the two leads, Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper, are very good.
Yeah, I mean, just like what we were talking about, you put two people together, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get something
Success.
good.
Right.
Now, remind me what this one's about. 'Cause I don't remember.
Well,
nobody knows.
It's kind of vague. Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper. Well, Bradley Cooper owns like a big logging company of some sort. You don't really know what. Jennifer Lawrence falls in love with him, and she moves in with him.
She's like some kind of heiress or something.
Yeah.
Like she has either money or her own company or something. But it's unclear.
She's very much, a go-getter, and she's showing the men how they can do better work with, logging and this and that, but he ends up losing money somehow in the business, and they're struggling to get by in the end. And
then there's another woman at some point, and it's incredibly complicated with a gajillion different plots going on at the same time, and nobody actually knows what's going on.
Right. Exactly. Again, with the cast and with the way it was filmed, it looks like it's beautifully shot. And with the cast, you think they give a good performance. This is something that any other time of the year, I'd say, oh, wow, this could be something that could be Oscar-worthy. Or, it would be nominated for one or two. Not necessarily Picture of the Year, but for performances, for costume, for something. But apparently this is just garbage.
That's a shame.
I know, that really is a shame.
Well, is this Jennifer Lawrence's movie after her Oscar win?
Well, you know what? When did she win the Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook? Was that 2011 or 2012? Because I know that they started filming this after Silver Linings Playbook because she recommended Bradley Cooper for the lead. So you may be right. If they had released this movie, 2 years ago, like they had planned on doing, this could have been her crappy film after her win. Yeah.
Yeah.
That actually works. Yeah.
Right? Like this, let's see, the Academy Awards 2013.
So yeah, I think that would work out. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is her one. Jennifer, this is the one you get. Remember that. So moving on from that, we have Woman in Gold. Now, we had discussed that this is basically an alternate tale of Philomena.
Yeah. I forgot what this was.
Yeah, this is Ryan Reynolds, and I forget the actress's name who's in it. Uh-oh.
Did your 80s alien kind of like E.T. goes to summer camp and helps a kid win a fight?
Maybe.
Because that was Meatballs too.
Wow.
They called him Meathead too, I think, in it. Because it was really dumb. He's like, me, Ted. And they're like, oh, your name's Meathead?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was really stupid.
That's terrible.
It's really dumb. I really hope it's Meatballs too, though. Because that would mean I'm not as crazy as I thought I was.
It says... Oh yeah, no, this is it. It says
yes!
A befriended alien whom they name Meathead.
Yes!
Also staying at the camp.
Oh, God.
Yes!
So it was just Meatballs too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
I win. I don't think I want to win or the.
Someone get me a drink. Yeah. Wow. Holy hell. Anyway, yes, Fangirl.
So Woman in Gold stars Helen Mirren.
That's it, Helen Mirren.
And Katie Holmes.
Yeah, and Helen Mirren was in The Queen, or was the Iron Lady or The Queen? I forget which one.
No, Iron Lady was Meryl Streep.
That's right. So was The Queen. Yeah, and she was great in that. But
she was in Red.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as far as this goes, nothing against the film. It actually looks intriguing, but again, it's pretty much the plot to Philomena, except instead of looking for their son, they're looking for, a painting.
Well, she's fighting.
She's fighting for the painting, right?
It's more like court.
Right, court drama. Yeah, which
well, at least from the trailer.
Right, and them trying to prevent her from getting into the system and getting this thing. And holding her up as much as possible. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. It looks like Ryan Reynolds and Helen Mirren are giving a pretty solid performance. I don't know. I feel so bad for being so wishy-washy on these movies coming out. But again, this is just something we've seen recently. If this were to come out a couple years from now, maybe I'd be interested in it, but just not right now.
I don't know. It just seems... It's less personal than the story behind Philomena.
Yeah.
So I think that's maybe where the
Well,
problem lies. It's
It is
about
personal.
A painting.
It is. It is about painting. It is
But-
personal because it's Rand's painting, but at the same time, it's not a
But it's
human
not-
being.
yeah.
Right.
I said less personal, not completely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I'm just kidding.
I don't like using them. I use this, not this.
Okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Finishing up with our feature presentations, which is Furious 7. Note that I said Furious 7, not Fast and Furious 7. They've taken Fast out of it because you remember one of my complaints, and that's something you were harping on, is, oh, well, they're still going fast and they're still furious. Well, now they're saying, oh, we're not going fast anymore. Now we're just furious.
There you go.
There we go.
Exactly.
So they're basically saying, no, these aren't racing movies anymore. Now it's just furious.
That's
like,
great.
Okay, fine.
There you go.
I'm looking forward to this. I haven't been looking forward to any films in this series for a while, but the early reviews for this have been stellar. It's one of those, apparently, for people who have been comparing it to, like a better Expendables. Like, they're saying it's so over the top and silly, but they're bringing so many actors. Like, apparently there's a lot of cameos in this that we don't know about. Bringing them all together for, like, this over-the-top action film, and apparently a lot of the effects are practical, and the Fangirl is just, like, bouncing up and down with the light.
I really want to see this now.
Yeah, apparently it's really good.
Oh my god.
So, I'll have to get caught up on this. I haven't seen a film since Fast 5, but... Yeah.
So that one, they were not so furious.
No.
But they were still
fast. Even though it was still a heist movie.
But
they were making their way into heist.
Yeah, and they weren't, that angry about it
Exactly.
yet.
Right.
They were just
They
they just
just
needed to
wanted
get
to
in and
steal
out.
somewhere.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
It all makes sense.
Yes, exactly.
Now, it goes to mention, I don't know if they're going to continue this series or not without Paul Walker. If they do, I don't know if they'll just remove his character or if they'll cast someone else as the role. I know that his brothers will be filling in as body doubles for parts of this movie, but they aren't really performing. They're just being body doubles in certain background shots.
Right.
If they make another movie, they're not going to cast them as the lead. I don't know if they have any acting performance or talent at all.
I don't think. I mean, considering the kind of the friendship Vin Diesel and Paul Walker seem to have had, I don't think he would be okay with that either, to recast the role.
I would agree with that as well. Yeah.
So.
I mean, for this, this is fine for one time.
Yeah.
But not moving forward at all.
Yeah.
I could definitely see more like if there was an 8th film, him like memorializing him somehow in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But all that being said, I'm oddly looking forward to this. I really want to see this. And I hope it's good. I hope it's as good as the early praise is giving it.
Yeah, well, clearly I'm excited about it.
I just brought up Expendables. She's like,
I know. And Michelle Rodriguez. I know a lot of people don't like her, but I have such a girl crush on her. Like, I don't know what it is. I mean, like, she's not... I just like her.
All those being said, and those are what we're looking forward to, I want to thank the Goddess of Gore for coming by.
Christmas choir.
I want to thank the Fangirl Extraordinaire for coming by.
I'm going to go see Fast 7. No, wait, no!
Furious 7!
You fucked it up! Oh my goodness!
You done fucked it up!
What have you done?
And I want to thank the Dystopian for coming by.
Always a pleasure. Thanks.
Good for having you. Good to have you.
Yeah, up yours too, buddy.
Sorry. And good to have you. Chris McQuire. And I, once again, and the Projectionist, want to thank you all for tuning in. Have a very good night, and take care.
Can't